Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Camille Majdali.
One of the biggest challenges we face personally with our finances is keeping our debts under control. But it's not just us. It's our families. It's our community. It's our nation. Camille, debt is a big issue, and God has some good things to say about debt.
Well, I say God has some good things to say about money in general. In fact, it's amazing how much Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory, speaks about monetary issues. I know that certain principles come to mind. One, of course, is in Proverbs. The borrower is servant to the lender. Now, that's very pithy, but it says so much. The borrower is the servant to the lender. If we take that to its practical application, it's like we who own homes with mortgages are servants to whom? To the bank. And until that mortgage is paid off, we don't own the home. The bank owns the home. It's a happy day, is it not, Neil, when you paid the last farthing, if you've ever had that experience, of your home, and they hand you the title. That is a very wonderful thing, because you're no longer a servant to that bank. The bank no longer owns your home. You do. And therefore, we just need to keep that in mind. The borrower is servant to the lender. Now, there's other principles as well. But having said that, it doesn't mean you never, ever go into debt. There are some who teach debt is a sin, and you just pray in the money, and God will provide. And I know of one ministry, they literally pay everything in cash, have top facilities. That's their faith level. Good for them. I think realistically, we need to budget that there is an appropriate place for debt, provided, here's a couple of good caveats for you, that it is for appropriate reasons. In other words, debt for something that's going to grow in value. So many people get in debt for something that depreciates in value. Very unwise. If it's going to grow in value, be it property, be it a house, be it a business, then short-term debt or even medium-term debt is okay. The other thing, and I learned this off a rich Aussie, self-made millionaire, hit the stock market running, and he said this, remember the sleep factor. If you get into debt and you can sleep night after night with that level of debt, then it's okay. But if you believe that you're going to lose sleep or you're taking that debt to bed with you every night, it's not worth it. Don't accrue such debt.
Camille, when we've run up a big debt and we're looking to get that under control, how do you submit those things to God and see His hand at work to help sort out your financial mess?
First of all, I want to applaud anybody who recognizes they have a problem with debt. I always say that once you recognize and admit to having a problem, you are at least halfway or more towards the solution. With so many people today living in denial that there's even a problem while it gets worse and worse, I appreciate the individual who's honest, humble, transparent, and says, look, I've got a debt problem. I want to get it under control. Having said that, and to our friends, listen to me, if you've got a debt problem, don't suffer in silence. Don't muddle through. Be humble enough, be wise enough to seek some help. It will take some surgery, radical surgery perhaps, because debt elimination is a simple process of a few things. One is you've got to stop the spending or slow down the spending. Some things you're just going to have to go without while you're getting the debt under control. Another way, of course, is increasing the income. And I don't advocate going out and buying a Tasselato ticket to increase the income. There are better, more sustainable, healthier ways to do that. Besides you accruing more debt, chances are you won't win. And then there's a third thing, and that's the spiritual element. And that's the most important thing, because if you got the spiritual element, you will be able to have God's help in every situation.
Faith and the future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Camille Majdali from Teach All Nations. Find articles, videos and podcasts from Dr. Camille, plus today's and other episodes of Faith in the Future in the Vision app or at vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.